to another episode of Remain Healthy. You know, this is a show where Laura and I give you tips and tricks in the kitchen to help you convert your favorite recipes of all time to plant-based recipes. So today in the kitchen, we are going to be doing a granola recipe. This is a recipe I love around the holidays because it is something that I can actually make and give to maybe my children's teachers or friends and family that come over. You can put it in a little cute jar and then maybe a little bow on it with the recipe and make it, and people can have it as a Christmas. And the basic granola recipe really only does need 5 ingredients, so you can make this simple as you want, or you can make it complicated. You can add your own flair, your own flavor, your own ingredients, and tailor it to what your taste buds are. Before we get started, I have 2 things to share with you guys. One thing you may already notice is that you may not recognize this logo. This is our Romaine Healthy logo, and we actually just got t-shirts made just to try to be kind of cool and keep things going and really fun. And on the front we have our sweet logo, and then the back is Romaine Healthy on the back. So we do have aprons, you'll see those in the videos, and we're working on some sweatpants and other cool swag. So the second piece of news I have is that I got my certification, official board certification in lifestyle medicine. So this is from the American College of Lifestyle Medicine. Most of you guys are saying, what the heck is that? Well, it is actually a subspecialty of medicine, just like cardiology and pulmonology. It's lifestyle medicine. It's a specialty where not only doctors can get certified, but nurse practitioners, PAs, and registered dietitians, all coming together to learn the same science and the same powers behind lifestyle changes to treat diseases, to prevent them, and to actually reverse them. So this is all comes from evidence-based science and research. So it mixes my love of science and health, and even more importantly, plant-based foods. All this evidence in there. Doctors are finally learning what the right diet is to help treat diseases, to prevent it, to use it first line in their offices, and really get the ball rolling with treating patients to be healthy and not just giving them pills that make them. 86% of chronic diseases, high blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, heart disease, #1 killer, can be prevented. 86% of these chronic diseases can be prevented through lifestyle, through exercise, sleep, plant-based predominant diet. So I guess I should warn you technically that if you start eating these meals that we're making together, that you can start reversing your blood pressure. You may be able to go off your medications, so you have to be careful. Make sure you tell your doctor. If you're eating plant-based predominant, go off your blood pressure, get your glucose checked, because it can reverse diabetes as well. So you don't have to be perfect, but the closer you are to following this and the more positive lifestyle changes you make, you will be able to help treat your disease, more powerful than any pill that you can imagine. It sounds too good to be true. It's just that this science isn't out there to see because it's not lucrative. There's people not making a lot of money from broccoli. I'm not making any money. I just love it so much, and I think it's fair that people know the truth about what plants can do for you, what more sleep, more exercise, more social connection can do. So hope you guys like this recipe. I am very excited to bring you another plant-based recipe. All right guys, just going over the essential ingredients. There's actually only 6 that you really need. The rest are just additions that you can add if you would like to spice it up a little bit. The first thing you definitely need is oats, and they're rolled oats. Old-fashioned oats are the kind that you want to get. Whether they're organic or a different brand, it doesn't matter, but old-fashioned. So it's going to be a whole grain. If you can see here, it's not the quick minute oats that you see that cook a little bit faster. These are just in their whole form. The next thing you need, the recipe calls for a cup of walnuts, but I like to mix up my nuts, so that obviously is more ingredients, but you really only need a cup of walnuts. I chopped up walnuts, pecans, almonds, and threw in some pumpkin seeds just to kind of give it a little bit more of a flair there, or just whatever you want to put in there. The next thing that you do need, that's kind of the oil replacement, but a much healthier version, is applesauce. And that is a ½ cup of applesauce. It just so happens I keep these little containers in my pantry because they last a long time and they don't I don't use a lot of applesauce, but they're a perfect half a cup, so I usually don't have to measure, and I just wanted to double check to make sure that they were half a cup before I told you that. The other ingredient for the granola is half a cup of maple syrup. So you want the pure maple syrup, not the Aunt Jemima kind with all the chemicals and preservatives and fructose corn syrup. This is the real deal. It tastes much better and works much better in this recipe. The other things you want is, I have to check on the measurement of vanilla. I totally forget, but I will add it there. You'll see it in the video. And ground cinnamon. I think it's 2 teaspoons, but I could be wrong. So those are the things that you're gonna want to definitely put in your recipe. Additions are chocolate chips. These are something that I add in at the very end. They all melt right when it's done coming out of the oven. The other thing is flaxseed. So you can kind of sneak that in there and give whoever you're giving granola to or your family an extra boost of health and omega-3s without them even knowing it. Just may add a little bit of texture and they won't even taste it. So that's the basic kind of scene for the ingredients, but definitely need granola, nuts, applesauce, maple syrup, vanilla, cinnamon. And let's get started. Hi guys, and we're back. I'm here with my assistant Libby. This is a great recipe to make with your kids because it's pretty easy. You get to mix everything up and then you get to eat the deliciousness at the end. Do you like granola, Lib?
Yeah.
All right. What are we gonna do first? We're gonna mix the dry ingredients together. What do you think? We're gonna add flaxseed. So you wanna put that in?
Yeah.
A big bowl. Okay. And then we got some walnuts.
Do I add the whole thing?
Yep. The walnuts in there, and the 4 cups of oats. Woo! Okay.
That's a lot of oats.
That's a lot of oats. What do you? Is that what you eat for breakfast every morning, Lib?
Yeah, I know, but that's like way higher than that.
That's the main ingredient in granola is rolled oats. And be careful when you stir it so you don't. Maybe we'll use a different spoon. What I like to do, honey, is just like scoop it and lift it a little bit.
Okay.
Try that. How was school today?
Good.
Yeah, you learn a lot?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're just kind of just mixing all the dry stuff so it's evenly spread in there. All right, and then we're gonna add the wet ingredients. So this, we're gonna save the chocolate chips for last. Put some applesauce in, that's gonna act as the oil. Woohoo, nice. And I'll wash that. Very good. The next thing is maple syrup.
It looks so good.
Oh, I know, it's the sweetest. And I just take a little spatula and scrape it out when we're done here. Woo. Probably should be looking at that. That looks good. Trying to get you and in there. Good. Don't need that. And then we're gonna need a tablespoon. I'm gonna check my recipe so I don't forget. We're gonna need a tablespoon of vanilla. Ready? Do you want me to pour it in there or do you want to pour it in?
I'll pour it in.
I'll do this and then you pour it. Smells good. You like the smell of vanilla? Nice. Delicious.
It's so good.
So good. And then we need 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. You put this in your oatmeal too. How about that? It's pretty exciting. Whoop.
And I also put maple syrup in
And
there.
you also put syrup. Looks just like your oatmeal. And you're going to put chocolate chips in at the very end. How about that? Oh, cinnamon. That's good.
It looks so delicious.
And we got everything in there. So what do you think? We're just going to mix it up again. Make sure. Oh, and it smells incredible. Might have to stand up. There you go. Looks like one of your kitchen experiments, doesn't it? Very good. You're gonna mix it so it gets all coated with the wet stuff. Oh, and sometimes that happens. A little intervention. It's kind of hard to stay in the bowl. Sometimes it's fun to make a mess. You think your teachers will like this one?
Yeah, that looked delicious. I'm thinking about eating it now.
I know, it's hard not to eat it now. I have that problem too, especially when it smells so good. So earlier we put our oven on 325.
Yeah.
I like to keep it a little low like that so it doesn't burn. And we'll check on it in about 20 minutes. So I have a pan here with a silplatin. You can use parchment paper, that works really well too. I like to use these for the non-stick and just to help save on trash. So we're gonna dump this here.
Wow. Can I rub it out?
Like, make it even, Steven. All right. I use my hands a little bit. Sometimes it's fun. Don't go too fast and then it flicks all over, you know? Ay, ay, ay. All right, and after we do that, we can put it in the oven. Do you want to open the oven?
Oh, yeah.
And we'll throw it in there. Then we'll clean up our mess. Here we go. All right, stick it in there for 20 minutes and we'll be back.
We had fun time.
So halfway through, I just take it out and kind of mix it around so that every side can get crunchy on here. So it looks like it's almost done after 20 minutes at 325. You don't want to undercook it because it's not crunchy, but you don't want to overdo it either because then it burns. It can burn pretty quickly, so you want to keep checking on it. I'll probably just do 5-minute increments and kind of keep an eye on it every 5 minutes to make sure it is not burning until it gets to that desired crunchiness that you want. I'm gonna throw it back in and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so I added the granola back in the oven for another 10 minutes. So it was in there for about a total of 30 minutes at 325, and I think it's pretty good and pretty crunchy. And while it's still hot, it will actually continue to harden a little bit more while it's out, so it doesn't have to be super crunchy when you take it out, just a little bit. I usually add the chocolate chips in while it's still hot so that they melt into the granola and they'll form little clusters. This isn't very many chocolate chips. You can add as many as you like into here. After mixing it around a bit, then you can just let it cool down and you can put them in the little jars or put them in a Tupperware container. Eat it with a breakfast on plant-based yogurt or cereal with just a little soy milk or any kind of milk would be really good. I hope you enjoyed another episode of Romaine Healthy. I enjoyed making this video. Again, only 5 ingredients for your basic granola, and add in any other flavors that you would like. And if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up down below. Throw us a comment or any other recipes you would like us to make, as well as subscribe if you'd like to see more of these videos. The more subscribers, the more motivated, the more videos I think we'll be able to do. I hope you all have a very good holiday, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.
That's really good.
Oh, good. You smile?
I don't
Like
I
it?
can't. No, I actually like it.
All right. What would you change about it?
More chocolate chips.